Hey everyone, it's Caitlin and welcome to another video. Today I am joined by Chef Ant.
Hello.
And she is going to be teaching us how to make a really special dish. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about it?
Yes, I'm making Peruvian saltado. It's usually made with Lomo Saltado, but today we're gonna make it with mushrooms.
So we're making vegan saltado. I don't think I've ever had it before, but you grew up eating it, correct?
Yes, a lot.
So we're just going to get straight into it. The full recipe is going to be linked below. But to start out, I think we gotta prep some of our veggies, correct?
All right, so we're gonna start cutting the mushrooms. I like taking the stems off first. We're gonna use it too. We're gonna use everything. And I kind of just cut them very rustic, nothing too small or too large. We're gonna make everything pretty much the same size. Saltado means stir fry. We're cooking them at the same time, so you want them to have similar sizes. So
okay, so then they cook. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you grow up in Peru?
Yes, so I'm born and raised in Peru. I came to the States when I was 19.
Okay.
And I've been here since then. And even though there's a lot of great food in the States and from different cuisines, I always go back to Peruvian food. And
it reminds you of home, you know? That's why you grew up eating,
yeah,
so.
Exactly. And when I do my pop-ups, I try to do Peruvian food because there's very little Peruvian and Latin American food here in Portland, especially for vegan options. So I have to make Peruvian food. Yeah.
I feel like stereotypically growing up, I kind of grew up in like in a bubble. And like when people think of Hispanic food or in general, they just always think of Mexican food, and they don't realize that there are so many other countries in Latin America and South America, as well as like flavors and ways of cooking.
Yeah, exactly. I love Mexican food. I think I eat a lot of Mexican food actually.
It's really easy.
but to find Peruvian or any other South American, especially I feel, just geographically, we're closer to Central America, right? So we're gonna get access to that easier from the people that come from there to the ingredients. This dish is actually at least 100 years old.
Oh wow.
It has a lot of Chinese influence. So in Peru we have African slaves, unfortunately, like many places, until not long ago, until 100 years or so ago. And so when they were trying to abolish that, they found a loophole and get Chinese workers instead and pay them very little, so pretty much the same issue again. And so because of that, we have a lot of Chinese influence in our food, and African also. We have a lot of dishes. This dish in particular is fun because it has Peruvian ingredients like tomatoes, potatoes. It has Chinese ingredients like the rice, the soy sauce. And then it has Spanish ingredients like the garlic and the onion.
From different times. We can move on to the tomatoes, I guess?
Sure. Same thing with tomatoes. I'm gonna cut in pretty much the same size that I cut the mushrooms. Nothing special to them. A little bit on the bigger size, if that makes sense. If you cut them too thin, they'll just dissolve. You know? We're gonna cook them really hot, really fast, but really hot so they can get too mushy if you don't make them thick.
And these are Roma tomatoes too.
Yes. Beef is usually what you use for saltado, for Lomo Saltado, but I like mushrooms as a good replacement. But you can use anything. You can use other veggies, you can use whatever you want. You can use soy curls, tempeh, seitan, whatever you want. I like mushrooms personally. Another reason why I chose this dish to show you is because it has all flavors. It has salty, it has sour, it has sweet, and it has bitter. And so adding mushrooms to it gives it the fifth flavor, and it's like an explosion of flavors in your mouth when you have a full bite of everything.
I'm very excited.
Oh my god, you're gonna love it. I think a lot of people would think of ceviche, for example, when they think about Peruvian food or to choose like an iconic dish to make. But I feel like we ate mostly during summertime, we ate ceviche.
Okay.
And Lomo Saltado, we usually eat it more often, I feel. It's very, very classic too. If you look up classic Peruvian dishes, these two will be like the top. So same thing with the onions. I'm gonna cut them pretty much the same size of everything else. So you've never had this before?
I studied abroad in South America, but I studied abroad in Argentina. So I lived in Buenos Aires for 4-ish months. So I tried I was vegetarian there too, so I didn't try like a lot of steak, like the classic things in Argentina. But and then I also went to Chile for like a week. I went to Santiago and Valparaiso, but that's my only real experience with South American food. But I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's the best.
I think it's very different than what
So
a lot
different.
of people would expect it to be. So then last but not least, we just have the garlic, right?
Yes.
And we're just gonna mince it.
We're just gonna mince it.
So typically this dish is served with fries and rice.
Yes.
Our fries are baking in the oven right now. And you went ahead and made some Peruvian rice, and which is rice with lots of garlic.
Yes, pretty much.
It smells really, really good. Once we finish up this, we're actually going to take things over to the stove, to the wok, and Aunt's gonna show us how to make the rest of this with our remaining ingredients.
Okay, so we're gonna start stir frying everything. I wanna talk about woks real quick. This is an imusa wok. I chose them because they're a Latin American company and I'm making a Peruvian dish, right? So I wanted to use a Latin American company, even though it has a lot of Chinese influence, they make really, really good products. This wok is a 14-inch. I think this or even smaller is fine for someone who's cooking at home. The other thing that you look for in a wok is they can be either round base or flat base. Depending on what kind of stove you have and where you're gonna cook it, you wanna make sure that's the right base for it. If it's round and you have something like this or like an electric burner that is flat, you won't be able to cook on it. I'm gonna use grapeseed oil. When I stir fry, I always use grapeseed oil because it heats up faster and hotter than regular vegetable oil. You wanna get this hot, as hot as you can, and then we're gonna put the oil. And again, this is gonna heat fast and really hot. And you don't need that much. When you use a wok and we use high quality oil, you just need a tiny, tiny bit. We have cumin, we have paprika, and we have oregano. So normally I use ají panca for saltado.
It's a Peruvian pepper.
Yes, Peruvian peppers. This is smoky. It's an aged smoked ají amarillo, like chipotle is to jalapenos, for example. So if you cannot find ají panca, you can use chipotles, you can use harissa, something that has like smokiness to it.
Is it spicy too?
It's not really spicy. I don't think it's spicy. It has a little bit of heat, but not really. It's more sweet and smoky in flavor. So we're gonna start with the garlic first. Then we're gonna do mushrooms. We're gonna do the spices, salt.
Smells good already.
I know. And then we're gonna do tamari and red wine. Okay, I'm gonna do the onions next.
Okay.
You smell that? You hear that? Oh, that's good thing. That's good stuff. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of ají panca.
Okay.
Okay, now we're gonna do the tomatoes last.
Okay.
These I'm a little more delicate with because they do get mushy if you're too rough. Just gonna mix it in a little more so the tomatoes get the flavor. But I'm gonna turn off the heat even.
Okay.
So they don't
they don't get mushy?
Yeah, they don't get mushy, but they get the flavors too. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, so good.
So that was easy enough, and now we're just going to plate it up. So we have some French fries over here. We got our rice, our Peruvian rice.
Yes.
And we are topping with some fresh parsley as well. And then we have the finished product over here. So if you want to go ahead and show us how to plate it.
Let's do it. Let's do rice first. I'm gonna do French fries at the bottom. Some people mix them in the stir fry, but I think they get soggy. I like them at the end, just like that. Just crispy straight from the oven. Make sure you get a little bit of everything, right? So get some mushrooms in there. Ooh, smells so good.
It smells really good. I'm excited to try it.
And then a little bit of parsley. That's it.
Super easy. You can honestly like make this for a weeknight dinner.
Oh,
It'd be very easy.
Oh, so fun to make too, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we're going to take some photos of this and then we're going to try it, and I'm excited to try it. So I'm going to take photos really fast.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Should I get like a little bit of everything?
You want a little bit of everything, yes. Get some French fry in there, some mushroom, tomato, onion,
French fry, onion,
rice.
Oh, it's gonna be a big bite. You definitely get the umami flavor. And I was saying earlier, you can really smell the red wine when it's cooking, and I think it adds a lot of difference in like depth of flavor.
Yeah, you get a little fat, starch, sweet, sour, bitter, umami, salty, everything.
This is great.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed.
More people need to make food like this.
Usually stir fries and fried rice dishes like that use leftovers. Yeah, that's how it was started.
Okay, so it's like very easily accessible.
Yeah,
like everyone.
You have any veggies in your house that you're not gonna use? Stir them up.
And there you go. And it's a very common dish
Yes.
So now we all can get a little taste of it. So thank you so much for coming
Thanks
on
for trying Peruvian
and cooking
food.
this for me. It was delicious. Now I want to make more Peruvian food.
Yay.
I'll probably just come to your pop-ups though, because I live in Portland and you do it better than me. Yeah, if you guys live in the Portland area or nearby, I will link. Do you have a Feastly website?
Yep.
Or a website where she gives pop-up notifications
Yep.
too? Because Anne has pop-up dinners here and they're all really good.
Thank you.
So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to follow Anne on all forms of social media: YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Yes.
Pretty much everything. I don't even have a Twitter, so you're ahead of me. But so we'll see you. Well, I'll see you in the next video, and maybe they'll see you at a pop-up or something.
Great.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.